Hello and welcome to another edition here of From the Bottom Up, where we take an album and we basically rank the tracks from best to worst in our own personal opinion here. And we did Def Leppard recently. That was our first choice, and very satisfied with that one. And we decided to go ahead on with the next choice in our selection here. And today we are going to choose none other than The Stranger by Billy Joel. This album was released on September the 29th, 1977. It was the fifth Billy Joel album, and it basically shot him right into the stratosphere, peaking at number two for 6 weeks in early 1978. It was only held off from the top spot by none other than Saturday Night Fever's soundtrack featuring the Bee Gees. Just It took an album of that caliber to keep Billy Joel from hitting the top back in 78. For early 1978, this album was everywhere. Just a simply amazing album. Went 11 times platinum. And it also is the biggest selling non-greatest hits album released on the Columbia Records label. We got four singles that were released from this album. And let's get into the ranking of it real quick here, shall we? So, as the bottom song on the bottom rung here of the ladder, I have Everybody Has a Dream. Um, and don't get me wrong, this song is definitely one of those songs. If you're not all that familiar with it, give it a few more listens, and you're going to see, that this album has no clunkers on it. So it starts off, unfortunately, somebody's got to be on the bottom rung, and that's the song that we got chosen for this album here. Everybody Has a Dream. There's nine tracks in all, so that was our number nine. Number eight, we are going with Get It Right the First Time, another Billy Joel classic that very underrated song that never got no airplay really. Um, just another song that just, you know, it's one of those ones if you're not too familiar. And these are the two songs I would say on the album that people probably know the least because obviously all the other tracks either got a lot of airplay or he still plays them live today. It's just a shame that these two songs kind of stick out on the album in a way just because you look at the titles and you go, I never even heard of this song if you're not all that familiar with this album completely, because everybody knows the songs that are going to probably pretty much go forward on this one. But Get It Right the First Time, just a simply lovely song by Billy Joel. And I've got it at number eight on here. My number seven, I'm going down to Vienna. And I've seen him perform this one live. Just a standout, great track. Can't say enough about it. It's just a shame that you got an album that's so strong here, and then you got a song like Vienna here at number seven. And we still got six songs better than it in my estimation. So my number six is going to take us to the title track. And that's just a simply amazing song, The Stranger. Another song, that you just don't really hear much about it, you know. And that's how you know you got a great catalog of songs when you got these songs down here hiding. Now, some people aren't too familiar with the songs, but if you actually give them a listen, you're going to say, wow, these songs are really, really good. And there's no denying how great this album is. Nobody can say that this is not a great album. You got nine solid tracks of just great music here. So we got at number six, we've got The Stranger. And that's going to take us down to number five. And this song peaked at number 24 on the charts, was on many compilations, and still one that he performs these days. And that's Only the Good Die Young. Another great song from this album. Pretty much every song from this moment on, it just gets better and better. This is how these albums work when we rank them from the bottom up. and Only the Good Die Young, definitely a song that most people should be familiar with. And that's our number five. Number four, we are going down to Moving Out, Anthony's song, a song that did peak on the charts at number 17. Another great song in my estimation. And yeah, it just beat out Only the Good Die Young by a smidge, but it was enough to put it into the number four position. So Moving Out is what we got for that one. And then this is where it got tough. I'll tell you that. It was tough ranking these final three songs. Depending on my mood, you know, these three songs could change. At least these next two, number three and number two. I think number one is definitely my overall favorite, no matter what. But number three, I've got the ballad "She's Always a Woman," peaked at number 17. Fabulous song, one of the first Billy Joel songs I ever heard, and just a great piano to playing. The instrumentation phenomenal. Um, just stellar song from this album. And when you speak of stellar, this next song, the one I got at number two, one that everybody should know. We're talking about Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Just a just a fabulous song. There's not many songs like this one. He paints the picture quite well with this song. Um, Everything top notch. This whole album, it's great, great instrumentation. It's got a great band behind him, and who would have thought? Initially, Billy Joel wanted George Martin, famous Beatles producer, to produce this album, but he did not want to use Billy Joel's band, and Joel insisted on using his band. And so that's how Phil Ramone came into play. So he had no problem using this band. And as you can see, these guys went on to become one of the best backing bands in the history of music. And it's just a simple, just one listen to this album should tell you all you need to know about these guys playing music here for Billy Joel. Just a great band, no doubt about it. So Scenes from Italian Restaurant is our number two. And, this song is definitely probably one of the biggest songs that got so much airplay throughout Billy Joel's career. It's on every greatest hits album, he's got the greatest hits one, two, all the different greatest hits albums, but this one is pretty much a standard, and it peaked all the way at number three, so it's his highest charting song from this album. And of course, we are talking about Just the Way You Are. Just a fabulous song. Billy Joel at his absolute best here. Not sure where this one would rank in the whole catalog, but man, this album was a tough one to rank. And but I that's the one song I knew when I started ranking this album that it would end up right where it is at. And no doubt that's what I got for my number one, Just the Way You Are. So there you have it, Billy Joel, The Stranger, from the bottom up here on the Rock Show Critique channel. Many, many more different things coming up. We have so much more going on here. Stay tuned for many rankings and different things, interviews. We got tons of stuff lined up for the first quarter of the year. So stay tuned.